Yohanji Garcia recorded this video on his way to the southern Mexico border. The 25-year-old Venezuelan migrant says it is the last and most dangerous country he and his cousin passed through on their journey to meet a relative in Florida. They traveled for 24 days going through 6 countries, including the Colombian Amazonia, until they finally reached the Mexican border. Yohanji and his cousin embarked on a journey in the beginning of June to follow his dreams and look for a better life.
Yo estaba en Venezuela.
I was in Venezuela studying in a college, but the situation of the country did not let me continue my studies because I had no resources. Then I decided to emigrate to Colombia. I worked in Colombia but went back to Venezuela, where I dedicated myself to working at my dad's farm. One of the purposes of coming here was that it's everyone's dream. I was coming to the United States because I had no resources and it was my dream. They both turned themselves in, but Border Patrol only let his cousin into the country. Yohanji waited 2 months at a camp near the Rio Grande for his appointment to request temporary asylum in the U.S. Yohanji says he went many days without food and basic necessities, but his determination to meet with his family in Florida helped him survive against all odds. On October 5th of this year, the Biden administration extended temporary protected status to Venezuelans as long as they arrived in the U.S. before July 1st. TPS allows beneficiaries to live and work legally for up to 18 months, and it can be renewed. I spoke to the executive director of the Venezuelan American Caucus, Adelis Ferro, to understand how Venezuelans can prove that they arrived before July 1st and apply for TPS.
It's really easy. You only have to show that you paid something here before that. It could be electricity, water. It could be something as easy as an ATM receipt of your account. If you have something that they gave you whenever you cross the border, that day is also a proof that you are here. So it's not that hard.
The caucus focuses on advocating for the immigration rights of Venezuelans in the United States. They are currently working on getting almost 500,000 Venezuelans in the U.S. TPS. At the same time, the Biden administration is resuming deportation flights of Venezuelan migrants who enter the country illegally by not turning themselves in. Ferro explains how thousands of migrants, including Venezuelans, try to enter the country on a daily basis. It's an issue that cannot be ignored any further.
But the truth is, Paloma, that we are filling job positions in this country that nobody else wants. And there is still a shortage of workers in this country that are going to be filled by these immigrants. Many of them, these Venezuelans that are going to have now work permits.
Yohanji qualifies and plans to apply for the TPS status because he entered the country on June 30th. He said he will hire a lawyer to guide him through the whole process. I am Paloma Pimentel reporting for Caplin News. Like many Venezuelan migrants, they had been traveling for 24 days under extreme and dangerous circumstances until they finally reached the Mexican border. I spoke to the executive director of the Venezuelan American Caucus, Adelis Ferro, to understand how Venezuelans can prove that they arrived before July 1st and apply for the TPS.